Against the backdrop of the spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. Today, we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see, the Utah State Aggies taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Falcons will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Aggies offense takes the field for the first time today. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double coverage, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time
I don't
to get
know
to
how
the
much
quarterback,
longer I'm
man. They've
gonna go
got
with this
speed
break.
all over the place. They hit him so quickly,
I'm disappointed.
and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
Bruh.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. That grab puts him over 3,000 yards for his career.
That's impressive because every week he's got a target on his back. Defenses know the quarterback is looking his way, and still, David, this guy's been able to dice up coverages. 3,000 yards is a big number.
And that speaks to his talent, man. Like, the ability to make plays on the football, consistently catch the ball. Just 3,000 yards is a big number, big-time accomplishment, and it's had some big-time trust from his coaches and his
They
players.
have
Here's this offense with a fresh set of
a couple
downs.
times though,
The option look. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Falcons come to the line in the hurry up. The give to the fullback. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Jeez, Pete.
On the option. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Now on 2nd and short. On the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Here comes the option.
4th down.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Falcons will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
What we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He wants to throw it again. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in San Marcos. They'll enjoy this one all week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Falcons want to pick up the tempo.
That was crazy.
They'll run the option. And the defense holds firm. No
what is going
at
on?
all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They want to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught over the middle. It's Cherry. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Falcons will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He's got his man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel.
Inside the 20, yo.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Give to the big fullback. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Discards a man. He's run out of bounds, but he's got got enough to move the sticks. The Falcons want to crank the tempo. He'll ride his man on the option. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Now the play fake. He'll take a deep shot here. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown Air Force. That was just as simple as playing catch and warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense downfield throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter.
Take
I
over.
feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often.
What?
This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
This offensive line does such a good job communicating in their pass protection. You can see guys passing defenders off to one another, and that's why the quarterback had so much time to complete that throw deep downfield.
Looking to move it through the air. He's going to run it. And the ball
Man.
out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. Off play action. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. He's looking downfield to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Falcons.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Lowers those pads. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. Turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between.
Racing to the right. The 20. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Utah!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And the Falcons are in the hurry up. Goes to the option. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back goes in motion. They'll run the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Powers through the defender. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Falcons are on the move. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. No huddle here for the offense. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll throw it on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. On second down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man on the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Falcons headed quickly to the line. On the option. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Run it with the fullback.
No.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. The back goes in motion. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Handoff to the fullback. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's third down. He's looking to pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. The Falcons decide to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Dances away to buy time, and he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. That play won't make the highlight reel, except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Let's see what they do on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. At midfield, he's got room. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, stick it to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And what are they cooking up on second and short? 3 receivers lined up to the left. They're setting up the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long. With players like that getting after.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Afterburners coming. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And this is the area of the field where you need to really get back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. Look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
They'll run it on third and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
21, Air Force 14.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On the run, it's Cherry. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Colorado Springs.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the fullback. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Falcons racing to the line in the hurry-up. The option look. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downfield.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Hit as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to... Catch, a solid return, gets a little bit of ground for the offense. A first down for the offense. On the option, he'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Now facing a 3rd and long. The play action fake. And they get the sack just like that.
A loss of 5
He has been
yards on
terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed, he's got power, he's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. And the ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
The Falcons in the hurry up.
Brings up 2nd down.
The big fullback's got it. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. And the Falcons have pushed it inside the 20. On the option. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here comes the option. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd, and it's caught! Touchdown, Air Force!
Have a dang young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Miami is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Canes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is.
Off the play fake on 1st down.
Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Wants to throw on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's got his man. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Finds the tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect
Good
his
start to
accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end.
Touchdown, Utah State. They take the lead with the 6.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring a touchdown.
But why? Isn't she a hero?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll run the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They'll go to the air. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Falcons want to move quickly.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Offense, quick tempo. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snagged on the outside, it's Mayo. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. He'll ride his man on the option. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
It's a nice run there to get the 1st down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very well in this game so far.
Touchdown, Falcons! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time, I'm going to get my running back, who's a fast athlete, in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. The give to the fullback. And on 2nd down for this offense. Goes to the option. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. And the Falcons will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. 1st down here for the offense. The give to the single back.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. And the Aggies with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Utah State offense has it going. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
And now this offense on 1st
What up,
and goal
Kamish?
has a
What
chance
up?
to break the tie late.
I'm in a battle here.
They'll try to get it in with the run.
Oh,
Touchdown,
bouncy off
Aggies.
the block.
And they've moved out front.
Commit one. Take a punch.
Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed
What up,
it
man?
beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who
His
did battle
physics is
today.
dumb sometimes.
Washington State answered the bell away from Pullman today with an impressive victory. The Cougars knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with
He's done
some
pretty
things to
well,
work
shut
on
down
moving forward.
the
Kevin,
run
thanks a lot
game.
for that one. Sounds as if they had a good
They
one
hit
there.
me with
The
play action
Falcons will
pass.
hustle to the line.
I just get open. I get behind my guys.
They'll
Quarterback
run the
stuff.
option.
4 tutties, I think.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Man
Crazy.
down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Now on the option. And the Falcons get it past the sticks.
fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball, there is no juke button, there is no speed burst. It is all power down your throat, hitting you and falling forward and getting that first down.
Fires to the wideout.
Oh my God.
And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Wow. That's a great job by the wide receiver there on a critical down. Third down, running the curl route, coming back to the football, making the catch, and picking up the first.
Oh my gosh. How do you not knock the ball out at least?
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And the ball's loose.
Oh.
Everybody needs a little luck. And the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Sticks it in his belly. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. The Falcons get enough for the first down.
And David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. In the bone, reward him. Now they'll block harder and they'll block longer in the future.
On the option. Fighting off the defender. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Mayo. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. The option look. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Boys.
The Falcons moving quickly to the line. On the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
On 4th down, going to the air.
Yeah.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock.
What are you taking with you?
RPO complete to open the drive. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide?
Yeah.
If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last 2 plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make it with his feet.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think
Fires into traffic, intercepted.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. To the ground with the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Motion from the offense. Hand off to the single back. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
that's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field.
She always casing like the
run. They're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Here's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
Maybe I'm making up the money that I spent on
the gift to the back.
Yeah.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Extend their lead even further. That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. On the move from inside his 5. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happened.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Nick, have you written Amelia's note yet?
No.
Okay. I can't, my mind can't.
I got it. I'll do it.
Make sure you have her name on it.
I know how to write the note.
Her ice cream